Hi everybody, James from No Limits. The long-awaited "What do I need for Snetterton" video. I'm really sorry it's a little bit late coming to you. It takes a bit more thought in my head to get this one, and those of you who know me a bit better know I'm a little bit uncomfortable doing these, so I'll do my best. Again, as always, if there's any questions or you need any help, please call me and Simon at the No Limits office. We're on option 3, or race support at nolimitstrackdays.com if you want to type into us. So Snetterton's not far off now. As I look outside now, it's lovely weather. It will probably fucking snow before then, I'm sure. We're a bit of a finger in the air job with it due to the time of year. It's probably going to be a little bit cool, but we'll try and plant it as best we can. Before I get any further into it, I just want to highlight your member benefits to you. I'm stood in my stock room now, just shooting a video just because of where I am. But like, it's not just tyres that we do. We've got some Alpine Star boots, we've got RI helmets, we've got RST leather suits. Loads of motors surrounding me here, and bits and bobs, and all these cases are full of parts. You know, do you want some SBS brake pads? We've got loads of SBS brake pads, got loads of chains, GB racing stuff, all kinds of stuff. So remember, as a member, you get discount on all of that. And all you got to do is link your membership number, to the website on shop.nolimitstrackdays.com. Dead easy to do. I've done some videos. They should be floating about on social media on how to do that, but if you get stuck, just give me a call. Okay. I've got a little bit of a list next to me as well. My friend Jeremy Page recommended I do that. Thank you, Jeremy. So soft front, stronger rears, probably going to be your friend at Snetterton, especially for those of you looking to increase the life of your tyre and get the best value for money, get the best stability over a longer period of time. Softer compound Pirelli Metzlers will work, but they'll just either wear out quicker, they'll tear easier, that's a guarantee. So just bear that in mind. Stronger compound tyres are exactly that. They give you a bit more protection from the elements when we're talking about the rear tyre. Front tyre, we go soft. And I always do this. Front tyre, 99.5% of you at Snetterton will go SC1 or K1 front, and that's cool. Some of you might have preference for a TD slick. Some of you might have preference for an SC2. That's fine, but for those of you who don't really know the difference between them, the SC1 will work better when it's a little bit cooler. It's a much preferred tyre across British Superbike, World Superbike, Moto2, and most importantly, No Limits. You know, you can walk in our awning and see there'll be blue SC1 stickers everywhere for front tyres. Gives you the best contact feel. So when we're talking about contact feel, we're talking about this connection between the front tyre and your handlebars and you. It tells you what the tyre's doing a bit better. The two's stronger, so it doesn't deflect. So if the tyre, imagine that's the shape of a tyre, when you brake, it does that. So the 2 doesn't allow as much of that. So some professional riders prefer the 2. The 2, as a matter of fact, and the 3 last longer than the 1. And they're designed to, like I noticed at World Superbike last year in Misano, it was a really hot race, and Top Rack went with the number 2 front. I think in Portimao they did the same just to get 30 laps out of it or wherever they were doing at their breakneck speed. But I think SC1 is the way to go, and K1 is the way to go for most of you. And when it comes to the rear, I think the softest most big bikes will go is SC1 at Snetterton. That's kind of seen as a medium in the range now, to be honest. We go SCQ as the softest, SCX, and I'm not going to take any of those there to Snetterton. I don't think you should use those. SC0, some more experienced, faster riders may use an SC0. SC1 kind of lies in the middle, SC2, SC3. So SC1's very popular, and I think you'll see more SC1 in the press this year. I don't know if there's been an official announcement on something yet, but there'll be more SC1s knocking about on a Sunday on TV, I'm sure. That's also Moto2 and a World Superbike tyre. They used SC1, or a derivative of the SC1, a development one, at Phillip Island a few weeks ago at World Superbike. So SC1's probably as soft as most of you gonna want to go. And those of you looking for a little bit of extra life are 2, and those that are really looking to extend the life of the tyre are 3. Now, one thing we have got, which I haven't put around me, I've got some here actually. Hang on, back in a minute. That's actually not a setup, that's me forgetting to get myself prepared. I don't know if you heard me say that, but we've got some new Metzler product. I'm going to do a different video on it, but we've now got some 190/60 and 265 K1 and K2 tyres. These are made by Metzler's development tyre. I won't touch on it too much now, but that code there is a K2 and a 265. Like I said, I'll do a different video. And I think the Metzler product will appeal to certain members of the paddock, certain members of No Limits Racing, where It's a really good product. You know, we use it at the Northwestern TT. So when Dean and John are on factory Hondas at the Northwestern TT, Glenn Irwin's going to be on a Ducati at the Northwest 200. They're going to be on Metzler product. The rears are going to be slightly different. They're going to be specific road racing rears designed to put up with the stresses of 250 horsepower, 210 mile an hour. These sides here, we've got a K1 and K2 compound, very stable compounds. And those of you that have raced with us before and watched my videos will know that if I was strapping on my leathers again, I'd be using Metzler product. I think a K1 and K1 would be my kind of go-to, and I think that would work quite well at Snetterton. And if you wanted to increase the life of the tyre a little bit more, a K2 in the back would be a good way to go, especially with this new product, like I say, 190/60 and 265. Big part of a cold start of the season, cold end of the season, or any cold in the UK, important thing is your tyre temperatures and your pressures, excuse me. We use, this is where I'm not very good at it, we use real high-tech cool equipment to measure temperature, pressure, show what things are running at, what the temperatures are at. I haven't got any of them to hand, so apologies. I'll do another video on that. But yeah, if you're in your awning, in your pit garage, your Capit tyre warmers are on full blast, you're loving life, and you roll out a pit lane at 90 degrees in the front tyre, 90 degrees in the rear tyre, and it's a little bit cooler at Snetterton, like we've said, or like I've said, your odds are that that temperature is going to drop. As the temperature drops, the air pressure drops within the tyre. That will flatten the tyre. So you literally, your front tyre will go from a nice shape to that. So if you find yourself out on track and you're into the corner and you're progressively struggling more through your track session or your race, maybe missing apexes, maybe struggling to turn, you know, maybe quite stable on the brake, and then, I can't get it in as easy as I could at the start. That's a good indication that your tyre temperature has dropped and your tyre pressure has dropped. Same in the back. You know, if you've ever ridden with a flat tyre on your motorbike, you've probably had one in your car. It just feels horrible, and that's what can happen with when your tyre temperature drops, the pressure drops and the tyre flattens off. That will also lead to exaggerated and irregular wear and a tear, basically. We get that big, thick, horrible tear, especially in the rear tyre. It's a lot easier to do, especially with softer compounds. If we go stronger compounds, keep the pressure up, keep the heat in a workable range. And people look at me funny when I say this, but like, I'll walk up and down pit lane and through the paddock and try and show as many of you as I can. Your front tyre at Snetterton, even if it's, I think it's like 11 degrees, 12 degrees here today, it's sound. That front tyre ain't going to run at 90 degrees. So if you set it at 90, it's going to drop. And I wouldn't be surprised if you knock off as you come through the last corner into pit lane and I'm stood there, that's at 70, 75 for our quicker riders. So we're going to see a little bit of a drop. Set your pressure in relation to that. So either set your tyre warmer at maybe at your front at 75 degrees for an hour, set your pressure, then up the temperature of your tyre warmer. So when you come off the warmer and you head out to go onto the track, your tyre warmer is cooling from your higher temperature, and then it's going to settle at where you run on track. That gives you consistency in your tyre pressure, and that's what we're after, is consistency. If you haven't got adjustable tyre warmers, we have adjustable Capit tyre warmers in stock for sale. Great. We can do your deal on those, no problems at all. Or you set your pressure a little bit higher with it, expecting it to drop. If it's at 90 degrees, you might set it at, I don't know, 36, 37 for it to drop to 34, 35. There's a bit of guesswork in that, unfortunately. So if you have an adjustable tyre warmer, that makes it work a little bit easier. I should have had adjustable tyre warmers to show you as well, shouldn't I? What else did I want to talk to you about? Talk to you about the new Metzlers, the range, all that. Yeah, I think it's good to go. I mean, it's difficult to summarise a lot of stuff in a short video, because we've got newcomers right through to Pirelli Super Series experienced guys. For those newcomers, I'd have to check with Mark Berry. There was talk you're having a newcomer walk around or something, of coming up to the awning and meeting us all and being introduced to us and welcoming you to the No Limits family. You'll have more questions, no doubt, than maybe more experienced riders that have dealt with us for years. You're kind of bowling lane barriers. Sorry, as I'm trying to record this, there's millions of people trying to get in touch with me, as you can probably see my eyes going to the top of my phone. Your bowling lane barriers, you're going to use a little bit more often until we kind of get you channeled and get you away for the year and give you some really good advice, you know. So we're here for that as well. So if I I shouldn't have recorded this on my phone because I keep looking at people calling me and messages coming in. Apologies. But if you need anything from us, call us at work. Me and Simon are happy to help. Email in. If you're happy with what you want to choose, go on the website. We ring fence a stock for you for each racing round. So it might not be available to Mr. Jones that wants to go to Jerez. We might only have a select bit of stock left. We make sure if that's racing, if that's a racing product, then we keep it for the race event to make sure you guys have got what you need. That isn't guaranteeing it's an indefinite number of tyres. If I've only got 10 or something, then the first 10 to be ordered at a race meeting go to one person or 10 people. If you're the 11th, I can't get any more. I'm sorry about that. We will have alternatives and can maybe consider different alternatives if something isn't available. But yeah, the earlier you get your order in, the better. We need your orders in as well by Monday, 12 o'clock. So as a rule, the Monday before each race meeting, another one, at 12 o'clock. That gives me time to collate it, get it all sorted, get us loaded. Like for Snetterton, for example, we'll want to leave here Tuesday afternoon to get there, get ready to get set up on Wednesday. So if you're calling me Tuesday afternoon, you might get angry, James, because I'll be stressed trying to load a wagon and trying to get the lads away to get us sorted at Snetterton. We'll always do our very best for you, though. You know, if it's available, great. I know a lot of you will be weather watching as well and what to do. And I get that. Cool. But just maybe don't sell yourself short. If you know you're going to need a tyre over the weekend or in the next couple of weeks, it's better to be looking at it than looking for it. Easy for the tyre salesperson to say, I know, but just consider that. Okay, cool. I think that's it. First one of the year done. I'm sorry I was a little bit distracted on my phone. I will turn the notifications off before I do the next video for round 2. I will get some videos done now of my equipment so you can see that, and we can sell you the equipment as well. Supply the equipment, talk you through it, or if you've got your own, talk you through on how to use it. No problems at all. You know, remember, over a weekend, I'm not just there to sell you stuff, I'm there to help you. You know, so if you're struggling, if you need help, if you need advice, just come and see us. That's really what we're there for. I know we're helping you fit tyres and do whatever, but just come and see us. I think that's it. We've gone long enough. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you at Snetterton. I'll be the one in shorts. See you in a bit.